Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your hungover boy Scribe. It's Saturday mornings. Why does CG do this to me? They know that I have a late stream on a Friday night, and they're like, no, Scribble, you get up first thing and you will figure out this galactic challenge. And it's bugged, but in a way that's, like, helpful, right? In our favor. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are having a galactic challenge where the coding is not quite right. As you will be aware, the recent marquee release was Wrecker Mercenary, and normally, in a new marquee release, you would have galactic challenges that would reward you for using that marquee character. However, they've tagged in the wrong Wrecker. You have to use OG Wrecker in order to get this, not Wrecker Mercenary. Funnily enough, it doesn't actually work if you use the Mercenary Wrecker. This is great for a lot of people because if you are an older player, you're almost certainly going to have OG Wrecker at 7 stars. So badge service announcement, make sure you go out and use your 7-star Wrecker. I have only done that and I'm not looked to the rest. What do we need to do? We're facing off against the OG badge batch. It's a little bit of a Wrecker on record situation that we got going on here. We also need to win with a full squad of Nightsister units. I'm sure we will dominate in that respect. And then we need to win with at least one light side and one dark side character surviving. That's not going to be a problem. If you do have that episode pass, you're going to get yourself some extra juicy rewards completely for free or for the cost of the episode pass. Moving swiftly on, the modifiers are Thunderous Applause. This is the modifier that is, I believe, is in light side phase 1 of Rise of the Empire. Essentially, we have a global ability. The enemy leader cannot be killed until we've used Thunderous Applause 3 times or defeated all of their allies. To use Thunderous Applause, you have to inflict debuffs on the opponent. More debuffs on the opponent, you get to use that Democracy ability. You need to use it 3 times and you'll be defeating the enemy leader. It also gives you this no confidence ability or something like that. It lets you do mass assists when you use specials. It's kind of cool. The player modifier, sorry, not the enemy modifier, is Limitless Magic. This is for our Nightsisters. Essentially, whenever we're reviving, we're going to be getting 5% max health, max protection, offense, and speed. With this in mind, it's probably easier to use a Mother Talzin lead if it weren't for the fact that the Great Mothers are just phenomenal. Let's be honest. They've got Dauntless Courage. It does stuff. Yeah, I'm hungover. Give me a break. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what we will do. Let's click the old Nightsisters. Now, I'm going to start off with, I'm sure Great Mothers will be really great, but we're going to go in with Mother Talzin, and we're going to take in Daka, we'll take in Zombie, we'll take in Asajj. I want to take in Merrin because she's just great, but I also just want to say screw that and take in Nightsister Spirit because I'm trying to have some fun, I guess. And I actually feel that full auto will probably do this because we've got lots of debuffs, we've got lots of survivability, lots of revives, and I think it's just going to be a good time had by all, essentially, especially with all our reviving and stuff, even with our Nightsister compatriots just not doing very smart AI moves. You can see they are running through the leader abilities there, though. We are using that Thunderous Applause or that Democracy or whatever it is to put that debuff on the enemy main unit. I'm going to switch over targets over here to Echo because he's the real threat, let's be honest. We also have Nightsisters putting out a lot of debuffs, so that should help us with that Thunderous Applause. You see we've used it twice here. It's this little red debuff on the enemy leader that stuns him. So I feel like we're going to be absolutely fine. There we go, he's gone, and now we're going to mass assist. So I was kind of right about the full auto jobby. Am I right? I'm kind of right about that. It seems pretty easy. It's just Wrecker and Omega here together. The last of the Bad Batch, unfortunately, rip over there to Omega. I make some poor life decisions sometimes. Alright, okay, so Nightsisters, piece of cake. We could take in the Great Mothers. What do you think? We could take in the Great Mothers and talk about the pitfalls of being a streamer in this day and age, but I'm not sure if that's going to be particularly enjoyable for the rest of you. Let's figure it out anyway. Nightsisters. So we could throw in Great Mothers. I'll throw in Merrin this time, and I'll throw in you, and I'll throw in you, and who else should we have? We'll have Acolyte, because that's how much faith I have in the Great Mothers. That's just how much faith I have. Obviously, I'm going to go full auto here and let them roll with it, because I feel like we're just going to destroy Wrecker relatively quickly, and then Great Mothers is going to do that thing where she plays really bad with the AI apparently and goes after the leader who can't die until we've used 3 stacks of that thunderous applause / democracy, or whatever it is, and it's not important. Oh, they've used it once on us. How very dare they? How very dare they indeed. And here's my Morgan Elsbeth just sitting back, not doing any of that good business that we needed to do. Come on now, let's be having you. You'll notice that we can't really kill the enemy leader. I must have used it a 3rd time, I guess. Yes, we've got the thunderous applause on our side, that's why. It's almost like this game is trying to prove me wrong, isn't it? It's trying to prove that, Scribble, you're actually just a moron. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. So the only thing we need to do now is win with a light side and a dark side character surviving. Generally speaking, you can obviously use something like Hut Cartel if you've got Jabba the Hutt. Failing that, we could just do like Bounty Hunters, for example. I know they are kind of the same thing, but we could have, you know, Bosk with Grief and Mando, and then quite literally anything. And away we go. Let's see what we can do here. We'll do this. He's gonna do stuff and things. Let's get rid of the taunt so I can go after Echo over here. That's the business right there. Let's do all of the shoosting. Let's get contract now. Wonderful. Let's see if we can get some ability blocks out on the wazoo. Ooh, yeah, I guess we could do this with a thunderous applause and then go straight back in on Echo, hopefully. Oh yes, oh yes. This is the business. This is the business. No more Echo. And we won't be able to kill him, so let's just get rid of Wrecker. Wrecker is gone. Let's get rid of some of those stacks of translation. Let's get some burning. All those debuffs will be good. Yeah, wonderful. More of that. Wonderful. Let's just keep going over here. We're having a whale of a time. Let's see if we can put out some more debuffs here with old Boba. Come on then. How dare you stun me? That was very rude. Very rude indeed. I don't know why I'm playing this manually. I'm sure we could just hit auto at this point. But yeah, it turns out Bad Batch. Bad Batch Bounty Hunters can beat the Bad Batch. I'm just out here giving people free advice. Free advice. And I'm kind of just a good person, really, aren't I? I'm just kind of a good person. All right, cool. So, can I go to bed? Just so you can see over here, this is me earlier today taking in the baddest of the batch. OG Bad Batch, full Bad Batch, just to get that Wrecker at 7 stars. Like I said, CG messed up the coding on this one, and instead of using Wrecker Mercenary, they just used the OG Wrecker, which is great for many of us. And Bad Batch are actually really good with this modifier, because they put out a bunch of debuffs, which means you'll be able to use that thunderous applause, democracy nonsense, whatever it is, very, very frequently because of all the debuffs. Debuffs equals more uses of that cooldown ability, and as soon as you get to 3 stacks, you just kind of roll over them. As you can see, the enemy Bad Batch didn't even get a chance to take a turn. We just kind of ruffle-stomped, steamrolled them, and had a great time doing it. Never mind that I've got like an R9 Omega. But you can see over here, boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boo. Yeah, 7-star Wrecker on your squad, isn't that wonderful? And that's gonna about do it for today's episode of Galactically Challenged with your hungover boy Scribe. I hope it was useful to you. If it was, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.